first time in Prague? Everyone talks about how stunning Charles Bridge and Prague Castle are, but no one warns you about the tourist traps that can ruin your experience. And it's not just that. Most travelers fall for money scams without even realizing it. Stick with me, and I'll show you the best ways to explore Prague's must-see attractions, save time and money, and avoid its biggest tourist traps, all backed by my 13 years of experience as a tour guide. Let's dive straight into Prague's crown jewel, the world's largest castle complex and an absolute must-visit. But it can turn into a nightmare for tourists who don't know better, with long lines, hidden fees, and pickpockets. The good news? With the right timing, you can avoid most of these headaches. Plan your visit after 12 p.m. The castle's historic buildings open at 9 a.m., drawing large tour groups that flood the area for the first few hours. By noon, most groups have moved on, making it the perfect time for a relaxed experience. Another reason to avoid the morning crowds are pickpockets. They don't just wait for you at the castle, they strike before you even get there, especially in crowded trams and buses. They take advantage of distracted tourists, particularly during the changing of the guard ceremony, when visitors are too busy taking photos to notice what's happening around them. That's why you should always keep your bags in front of you with zippers closed and secured. Most visitors don't even realize they are overpaying for Prague Castle tickets. Here's the secret: its courtyards and park totally free. You only need a ticket for the historic buildings, but don't fall for the overpriced bundles. For the best value, get Prague Castle main circuit ticket, which covers all the must-see attractions like St. Vitus Cathedral, Old Royal Palace, St. George's Basilica, and Golden Lane. I'll include the link to the official Prague Castle ticket page in the description below to help you avoid this trap. The stunning Charles Bridge can also be a nightmare or one of the most magical highlights of your trip. Spanning over 600 years of history, this beautiful stone bridge links Prague's two halves, and it's flanked by impressive Gothic towers at each end, making it an unmissable sight. The bad news? Charles Bridge can get incredibly crowded, packed with visitors and vendors selling overpriced souvenirs and street art. The congestion also makes it a hotspot for pickpockets, so stay alert. And remember, alcohol consumption is prohibited on the bridge, and breaking this rule could result in a fine. The good news? The bridge is pedestrian only and operates as a public walkway, meaning it's open 24/7 and completely free to visit. Want Charles Bridge without the chaos? Go early in the morning for total peace, or catch the golden hour in the evening for the best photos. Both of the bridge's Gothic towers offer stunning views of the city and the bridge itself. Here is a little-known pro tip. Visit within the first hour after opening and you'll get a 50% discount on the admission ticket any day of the week. If you're enjoying this video so far, please take a moment to hit that like button and subscribe. It really helps the channel grow and lets me share even more travel tips and useful information with you. Thank you so much. The next must-see is the oldest, still functioning astronomical clock in the world, a true masterpiece of medieval engineering that has been mesmerizing visitors for over 600 years. Located on the southern wall of the Old Town Hall, this iconic clock draws large crowds, especially in the morning and early afternoon, as it's a popular stop on guided tours. The clock performs its famous hourly show between 9 a.m. and 11 p.m., so late afternoon or evening is much better time to avoid the hustle and bustle of daytime crowds. For some, the clock show, a procession of 12 wooden apostles, may feel a bit underwhelming, but when paired with a knowledgeable guide who brings its intricate mechanics and fascinating history to life, it becomes a highlight of your visit. Check the links in the description below for my favorite guided tours to enhance your experience. While most people stop to admire the astronomical clock from the outside, many miss the chance to step inside the Old Town Hall, and they are seriously missing out. A visit here gives you access to the beautiful chapel, fascinating historic halls, and best of all, the tower, which offers one of the most iconic panoramic views of Prague. Oh, and a pro tip, you can get a 50% early bird discount if you visit during the first hour after opening. Not only you will save, but you'll also enjoy a quieter and more relaxed experience. Right next to the old town hall is one of the most stunning medieval squares in Europe. The bustling heart of Prague is surrounded by stunning historical buildings, but it's also a hotspot for tourist traps that can leave you frustrated and overpaying if you're not careful. You may see people begging in the square, but they are not local Czech people in need. They are part of organized networks targeting tourists, so don't fall for it. You should also be aware of petition scams. If someone approaches you pretending to collect signatures for charity or cause, it's likely a scam. Once you sign, they'll ask for a donation, politely decline, and walk away. You'll also see people offering tours right in the square, but many are unlicensed and overpriced. To avoid wasting your time and money, book in advance from reputable sources, and I've linked my favorites in the description. In restaurants and cafes around the main square, they use dual menus, one with fair prices for locals and another with inflated prices for tourists. If you're with Czech friend, let them order and pay. Shops around the square sells goods or souvenirs at prices that can be 10 times higher than normal. And many souvenirs are fake, as they have nothing to do with Prague or the Czech Republic. My advice, do some quick research before making a purchase. You've probably seen the spiral-shaped dough roll covered in sugar and nuts all over Instagram. But here's the twist, no Czech person grew up eating it. It actually originates from Hungary and was only introduced in Prague for tourists. Sure, try it for the Instagram pic, but don't post you're eating authentic Czech food. But worst of all are money traps, as many tourists fall into these traps without even realizing it. Czech Republic doesn't use euro, the currency here is the Czech crown. And some tourist spots count on the fact that visitors don't know how much things should cost or how to handle conversions. Here are the biggest money traps to avoid. Some places let you pay in euros, but this is illegal and the exchange rate is terrible. Always pay in Czech crown. Exchanging money with street vendors is a guaranteed scam. If someone offers you a great rate on the street, just walk away. Even exchange offices advertising 0% commission often use terrible rates that leave you paying far more than you should. Think ATMs will save you? Not in Prague. Avoid those blue and yellow ATMs because they charge high fees and give you terrible exchange rates. Finally, here is the good news. Prague is super card friendly. You can pay with card almost everywhere, even for small purchases, taxes and tips. And here is a red flag. If a business insists on cash only, it's often a scam. When paying with card, always select Czech crown on the payment terminal. This ensures your bank handles the conversion, giving you a better exchange rate than the merchant system. Avoid these traps and you'll save time, money and hassle, so you can focus on enjoying Prague's incredible beauty and history. Not far from the main square stands one of Prague's most impressive Gothic landmarks, the Powder Tower. At 65 meters or 213 feet tall, this striking tower features an observation gallery that offers incredible views of the city. To reach the top, you'll climb a spiral staircase of 186 stone steps. This tower also offers a 50% early bird discount if you visit during the first hour after opening. One of Prague's quirkiest hidden gems is a mesmerizing kinetic sculpture of Franz Kafka, the literary genius born in Prague, famous for his surreal works. In the first 15 minutes of every hour, you can see 42 moving panels that shift and transform his face in unpredictable patterns, mirroring the surrealism of his writing. Definitely worth a quick stop. Prague is often called the beer capital of the world, yet many visitors miss out on its true beer culture by sticking to touristy pubs. For a real taste of Czech brewing history, head to U Fleku, a legendary brewery that has been brewing beer since 1499. It's famous for its dark lager, a rich, smooth beer that pairs perfectly with old Bohemian dishes served on the site. So, if you want an authentic Czech experience, don't skip Prague's historic breweries. Prague's charming cobblestone streets are a delight to explore, but many visitors fall into the trap of walking too much and end up exhausted by the end of the first day. However, don't rely on taxis or Uber to help. You'll often find them slower than walking and much more expensive. Instead, take advantage of the city's modern, clean and affordable public transport system. Whether it's trams, buses or the metro, using public transport is hassle-free. You simply tap your card or phone on the machine in the middle of the trams and buses. For the metro, tap your card at ticket barriers or vending machines at metro stations for a seamless experience. A great place to start your Prague adventure is Wenceslas Square, a bustling hub connecting metro, tram and bus lines. It's also perfect for a coffee or breakfast stop before heading off to explore the city's major attractions. Prague is truly one of the most impressive medieval cities, filled with unforgettable experiences and a few challenges that come with its popularity. But with a little planning, you can make the most of your visit and easily avoid the common traps. To help you out, I've compiled a list of all the tickets and experiences mentioned in this video. Just check the description below or scan the QR code on the screen to book them quickly and hassle-free. What's the worst travel scam you've ever fallen for? Let me know in the comments. My name is Rock, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.